Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to go through the Boiling Power Super Saiyan Goku EZA that's just been added to DBZ Dokkan Battle Global as part of the part 2 of the worldwide 350 million download celebration. So the units here, he is weak to extreme tech type and sworn enemies type. So that means you're probably going to want to use the new Frieza as the friend lead. In terms of Goku himself, he becomes pretty damn decent. He gets 110% attack and defense in his base form, plus a 21% damage reduction. He also has Ki plus 3, plus an additional attack of 10% and defense of 40% when attacking extreme class enemies. So Goku is pretty damn good. Obviously, as he transforms, he gains 10% similar to Frieza, and he also gains 1% damage reduction. 25% damage reduction doesn't sound like a lot, but it should be a lot on a unit like Goku, who should have a very high defense. So Goku looks like he's going to become a super good unit, or a even better tankier unit, and hopefully add up to some damage. What we're going to do is we're going to take the Sworn Enemies category, we'll use a friend LR Frieza lead, and we'll run our entire team under the Extreme Tech Frieza who got his EZA. To be honest, this entire EZA is literally carried by the AGL Frieza. So, to be honest with you, you could probably run any team as long as you have AGL Frieza. I mean, I know that's simplifying it, but realistically, you only need to run the Frieza. Running that Frieza does most of the damage. He basically solos Goku at almost every single level. So, yeah, he's really good. We're going to use an extreme tech, well, an extreme Sworn Warriors tech team, highlighted by the two free-to-play units. Your free-to-play options are somewhat decent. You can use the Int Final Form Frieza and the First Form Cell, but of course the Strength Frieza is not necessarily the best unit, and you can't use them while using the Extreme Tech Frieza due to the restrictions on Extreme Z battles. And yeah, that should be pretty straightforward. From there, we'll take through the event. We'll start with stage 1, move on to stage 10, stage 20, and stage 30 like usual. If you're looking for alternative leads for this category, you could maybe run the Gildo from the Ginyu Force EZA area. He has a 77% Planet Namek lead, and with a bit of luck, you might be able to finish the EZA as long as you take a friend Frieza. Then you have a good chance of finishing the EZA. You're going to rely a lot on Frieza doing all of the damage, but that's okay, because that's kind of what everyone does. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. So that was stage 1, pretty straightforward affair. What we're going to do is we'll skip across with the power of time travel, and we'll get to stage 10. So now that we're at stage 10, through a miracle basically, we can see that he's immune to stunning and reduction in defense, and only extreme sworn enemies types are effective when attacking. So he's added a little bit to his complications, but it's not really that big an issue because the LR Full Power Frieza is just going to eliminate him immediately. So yeah, this is pretty much the pattern of play here. You basically take LR Full Power Frieza, you stick him in the first slot if Goku's attacking there first, and then you just let him do all the damage. If you have the Extreme Tech Frieza, that's going to be the best option for you. If you don't have the Extreme Tech Frieza, just try and run any kind of tech-based team that you can put this Frieza on, or what you can do alternatively is run a Planet Namek Saga team and put as many tech units on it as you want and run Frieza under that lead, or alternatively just run a Wicked Bloodlines team and try and keep the rest of the units out of the way while Frieza does all of the work. Those are going to be your most solid options in terms of performance. As you can see, Frieza is decimating Goku here, absolutely destroying him. So really, as long as you can get Frieza at a decent clip under a lead as your friend lead, then you should be more than fine. And yeah, again, through the power of editing, we will briefly jump through time and arrive at stage 20. So here we go, 1, 2, 3, and we're at stage 20. I know, very impressive. So as you can see, Now AGL Tech and N-type units are not effective against Goku. He is immune to super attack ceiling, and only extreme AGL, extreme Tech, and extreme Int units are going to do a decent whack of damage to him. But that doesn't phase us because we are going to use an AGL LR full power Frieza as our friend lead. You can see a theme here, I'm sure you can, and it's pretty straightforward. Again, we're going to struggle a little bit. We're not going to be able to finish him off in one go unless Frieza gets triple super attacks, but he's pretty much going to finish the job for us. So a pretty straightforward easy A, and quite good. I mean, 1 stone per stage, that's always great. You know, Goku's easy A looks really good. He has damage reduction, which is really awesome for late ends of events. He'll stack his defense to a really decent clip, and he should really build up his attack quite quickly now and have decent attack. The only problem with Goku is that his links kind of change when he becomes a Super Saiyan 3 and a Super Saiyan God. So realistically that is a slight problem, but it's not the end of the world. It's just, you know, a slight complication on how to use Goku. But there you go, we finished him off with the Frieza. Real challenge there. Frieza killed him in one go, so again you can see the over-reliance, or well, the reliance on Frieza. So as long as you pick Frieza as a friend lead, you should always be in with a good shout, basically. And you should be able to push ahead quite quickly on the stage. But now we are at stage 30. As you can see, Extreme AGL, Extreme Tech, and Extreme Int are the only effective types, and Goku's basically immune to everything. Can't have his attack load, can't have his defense load, immune to ceiling, and immune to stunning. But that doesn't matter because we have his number 1 weakness, which is AGL Full Power Frieza. At this point, a AGL Full Power Frieza that is 55% takes roughly 60, I think it was 60k from a super attack from Goku, so you don't even have to worry that much about defense or anything. It's pretty straightforward from here on. Nothing too crazy, everything's pretty simple and smooth. Obviously my team is pretty good for this event, I won't lie. Having the Extreme Tech Frieza gives you a lot of options, and running a full tech Sworn Enemies team is pretty easy. At least for me. So if you are missing a couple units, like I said, try and swing in Gildo. You can run things like Raccoon, who's got guard against all types, and although they will take some damage for sure, if you keep them out of rotation or you keep them out of harm's way too much, the Frieza should still be able to do the vast majority of the work. The Int Final Form Frieza is a free-to-play unit, the First Form Cell are free-to-play units, but the Int Final Form Frieza is on the planet Namek Saga, and he guards against all types and provides a buff, so he's also really helpful to have in the stage, and he could do a lot of work for you. He could definitely carry some of the load, he can act as a tank, and he provides some support to the rest of the rotation, which is super duper helpful of course. But that was stage 30, completed, done and dusted. Pretty easy, to be honest with you. It didn't take too long, took roughly an hour. I think Goku's EZA definitely and Frieza's EZA were designed obviously for the new units to shine, and you can see that quite apparently. You could definitely farm this stage for Zenny. It is possible. If you have double AGL Friezas and you just fill up your team with Tech Sworn Enemies units, you will be able to farm this stage for Zenny quite easily. In terms of missions, pretty straightforward. We have clear it under 2 minutes and 10 seconds on level 20 or higher, clear it level 20 or higher with a Sworn Enemies category unit on the team, and clearly specified EZA within 1 minute and 25 seconds at level 10 or higher. So really straightforward missions and 4 bonus stones, bringing the total to 34 stones. But that's it from me guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, stay safe. Cheers and bye.